Have you ever wondered what true efficiency looks like? Forget your corporate meetings and productivity apps for a moment. Let's travel to the vast, unforgiving plains of Africa and witness a masterclass in survival, delivered by one of the continent's most incredible predators, the African wild dog. When a pack of wild dogs makes a kill, the clock starts ticking. In T's world, there is no wasted time, no leisurely dining. Every second they spend on the carcass is a second they're vulnerable to larger, more powerful competitors like lions and hyenas, who are always ready to steal a hard-earned meal. So, how do they manage to feed an entire pack, from the strongest hunter to the smallest pup, in a matter of minutes? The answer lies in a remarkable system of speed, order, and cooperation. Imagine the scene. The hunt is over. The prey is down. A frenzy of activity erupts, but it's not chaos. It's a highly organized process. The adult dogs, the experienced hunters who brought down the animal, are the first to eat. They descend on the carcass with astonishing speed, their specialized teeth shearing and tearing flesh with incredible efficiency. They don't fight amongst themselves for the best cuts. They eat quickly, side by side, their focus singular. They need to refuel, to regain the energy spent on the chase. This isn't greed. It's a vital part of the pack's survival strategy. A strong hunting party is a successful hunting party. But what about the young, the vulnerable pups who are too small to join the hunt? This is where the wild dog's social structure truly shines. While the adults feed, T-pups wait often at a safe distance near their den, guarded by a designated babysitter. They aren't forgotten. Once the hunters have had their fill, they return to the den. The pups greet them with excited yips and licks, a behavior that triggers a crucial response. The adults regurgitate meat for them. That's right, they essentially carry the food back in their stomachs, providing a pre-processed, easy-to-digest meal for the youngest members of the pack. This ensures that even the pups, who can't hunt for themselves, receive the nourishment they need to grow strong. It's a perfect delivery system, far safer than trying to carry chunks of meat across the savannah where it could be spotted and stolen. This act of regurgitation isn't just for the pups either. It is also used to feed any pack members who were injured or stayed behind to act as sentinels. The pack is a family, a single, cohesive unit. Their motto is simple: T-Pack eats, or no one eats. Everyone's survival is intertwined. The success of the pack depends on the health and strength of every individual, and this feeding strategy is a testament to that deep, instinctual understanding. Now, let's zoom out from the feeding frenzy. While the pack is eating, not everyone is head down. There are always sentry dogs, individuals who take turns standing watch. They position themselves on a termite mound or any high ground they can find, their heads up, ears swiveling, constantly scanning the horizon. Their job is critical. They are the early warning system, looking for any sign of danger. A flicker of movement in the tall grass, the distant call of a hyena, the imposing shadow of a lion. Their vigilance allows the rest of the pack to eat with a degree of security, knowing that an alarm will be raised at the first sign of a threat. If a predator is spotted, a sharp bark will send the entire pack scattering in an instant, abandoning the meal to save their lives. Survival always comes first. Think about the sheer amount of information being processed. The hunters are focused on eating as much as possible, as quickly as possible. The sentries are processing every sight and sound in their environment. The pups are waiting, trusting that their family will provide for them. Every dog has a role, and every role is essential. This isn't just about filling their bellies. It's a high-stakes race against time. A perfectly choreographed dance of survival, honed over thousands of years of evolution. The speed at which they operate is simply breathtaking. A pack of wild dogs can reduce a medium-sized antelope, like an impala, to skin and bones in as little as 15 minutes. This incredible speed minimizes their exposure to danger. The longer they stay in one place, the more scent they leave, the more noise they make, and the greater the chance of attracting unwanted attention. Speed is their shield. This entire process, the hierarchical feeding, the regurgitation for the pups, and the infirm, the vigilant sentries, highlights the profound social intelligence of these animals. They are often misunderstood, sometimes seen as scrappy or vicious. But when you look closer, you see a level of cooperation and altruism that is truly inspiring. They understand that their strength lies not in individual prowess, but in the unity of the pack. Each dog's actions are driven by the overarching goal of ensuring the group's survival. So, the next time you see footage of African wild dogs on a kill, don't just see the frenzy. Look for the order within the apparent chaos. See the hunters fueling up, the sentinels standing guard, and remember the pups waiting patiently for their specially delivered meal. You're not just watching animals eat, you're witnessing a masterclass in efficiency, teamwork, and the unbreakable bonds of family. It's a powerful reminder that in the wild, every second counts, and survival depends on everyone playing their part. There truly is no wasted time in the world of the wild dog. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the fascinating world of African wild dogs. If you found this as incredible as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the wild. Let me know in the comments what animal you'd like to see featured next. Until then, stay curious. The hunt is over. As quickly as it began, the pack moves on, a whirlwind of patterned fur disappearing into the tall grasses. The frantic energy of the chase dissolves, and an almost eerie quiet descends upon the savannah once more. The air, just moments ago filled with the sounds of pursuit and struggle, now holds only the gentle whisper of the wind and the distant calls of birds. It's a sudden, stark transition from chaos to calm, a powerful reminder of the ephemeral nature of life and death on these plains. What we've just witnessed isn't an act of cruelty. It's a vital, and dare I say, elegant act of balance. It's easy to see the hunt from a single perspective, the struggle of the individual prey. But if we pull back, if we look at the bigger picture, we see something far more complex and beautiful. We see a system in perfect, delicate equilibrium. The wild dogs, these incredibly efficient predators, are not just hunters. They are gardeners of the grasslands, sculptors of the ecosystem. Think about it. Every animal they hunt is part of a larger story. Often, they target the weak, the old, or the sick. This might sound harsh, but it's nature's way of ensuring the overall health and strength of the herbivore herds. By removing individuals who might slow the group down or carry disease, they are, in effect, performing a crucial service. This constant pressure keeps the herds vigilant, fast, and robust. The survivors are the fittest, and they're the ones who will pass on their strong genes to the next generation, ensuring the long-term vitality of their species. But their role extends far beyond just strengthening gene pools. Let's imagine for a moment a world without wild dogs. What would this landscape look like? At first, you might think it would be a paradise for herbivores. With one of their main predators gone, species like impala, wildebeest, and zebra would thrive. Their populations would swell, unchecked and unrestrained. But this paradise would be short-lived. An explosion in herbivore numbers would put an immense strain on the environment. The grasslands, the very foundation of this ecosystem, would be grazed down to the nub. Vast areas of lush vegetation would be stripped bare, turning to dust. This overgrazing would have a catastrophic domino effect. With the plant life gone, the soil would lose its anchor, leading to widespread erosion. The earth would wash away with the rains, and the land would become less and less fertile. This loss of vegetation wouldn't just affect the big grazers. Countless smaller creatures, insects, rodents, reptiles, and birds that depend on that plant cover for food and shelter would disappear. The entire food web would start to unravel from the bottom up. What was once a vibrant, diverse community of life would become a barren, impoverished landscape, struggling to support even a fraction of its former inhabitants. The herbivores, having eaten themselves out of house and home, would eventually face widespread starvation and disease. So, the wild dogs, through their hunting, are preventing this very collapse. They act as a natural control, keeping herbivore populations at a sustainable level. They ensure that the grasslands have a chance to recover and regenerate, that there's enough food and habitat to go around for everyone. They are the guardians of the green, the sentinels of the savannah. Every hunt, every chase, every meal is a precise calculation in the grand arithmetic of the wild. It's not about random violence. It's about maintaining order. Nature doesn't operate on human emotions like pity or malice. It operates on a far more profound principle: balance. The predator and the prey are two halves of a whole, locked in an eternal dance that sustains the health of their shared world. The energy transferred from the prey to the predator fuels the pack, allowing them to raise their pups, to defend their territory and to continue their essential work. In turn, the remains of the kill provide a feast for a host of other animals. Scavengers like hyenas and vultures are quick to arrive on the scene, cleaning up what is left behind. Nothing is wasted here. Even the bones are eventually broken down by smaller organisms, their nutrients returning to the soil to fertilize the very grasses that the herbivores eat. It's a perfect, closed-loop system, a cycle of life, death, and renewal. When we watch the wild dogs, we're not just watching a predator hunt. We're witnessing a masterclass in ecosystem management. They are a keystone species, meaning their presence has a disproportionately large effect on their natural environment relative to their abundance. If you were to remove them, the entire structure would change and likely collapse. It's a powerful lesson. It challenges our tendency to label animals as good or bad, villains or victims. In nature, these labels have no meaning. Every creature has a role to play, a purpose to fulfill in the intricate web of life. The wild dog is not a villain. It is a vital regulator, a force for stability and health. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the plains, the world seems to breathe a sigh of relief. The day's drama is done. The balance has been maintained. The wild dogs are moving on, their bellies full, their purpose served. And because of them, the savannah will be here tomorrow. Green and vibrant, ready for another day of the timeless dance between hunter and hunted. It's a brutal, beautiful, and absolutely essential part of life in the African wilderness. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. If you found this perspective on the wild's delicate balance as fascinating as we do, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. See you next time. Ever wondered what true teamwork looks like? In the vast, sun-drenched heart of the African savanna, a masterclass in strategy is about to unfold. This isn't just a hunt. It's a symphony of instinct, intelligence, and an unbreakable family bond. This is the world of the African wild dog. Our story begins at dawn. The air is cool, crisp, and filled with the promise of a new day. For the painted wolf pack, led by their alpha female, Rhea, the day begins not with leisure, but with duty. With 17 mouths to feed, including 10 boisterous, ever-hungry pups, back at the den, failure is not an option. The pack awakens, a cascade of stretches, yawns, and soft greetings. This pre-hunt ritual is crucial. It's a social ceremony that reaffirms their bonds, a silent pledge of allegiance. They nuzzle, they lick, they playfully knee-peach gesture, weaving their individual strengths into a single, formidable unit. Rhea, a seasoned veteran with a coat like a patchwork of burnt sienna and shadow, surveys her family. Her gaze is sharp, calculating. She knows the terrain, the wind direction, the habits of their prey. A lieutenant, a scarred male named Kale, stands beside her, his ears swiveling, tuning into the subtle whispers of the grasslands. They don't need words. A shared look, a flick of an ear. A subtle shift in posture is enough to communicate complex plans. Today's target, a herd of impala grazing peacefully near a distant acacia grove, a challenging quarry known for their explosive speed and agility. The hunt begins. It's not a mad dash, but a carefully choreographed advance. The pack moves with an eerie silence, using the undulating landscape and sparse vegetation as cover. They flow like water over the terrain, a river of painted fur. They aren't the strongest predators out here, nor the fastest in a short sprint. Lions have raw power. Cheetahs have breathtaking speed. Wild dogs have something else entirely. Unrivaled stamina and a collective mind. They spread out, fanning into a loose formation. Each dog knows its role. Some will initiate the chase, others will run interference, and a select few will position themselves for the final push. This isn't random. It's a dynamic strategy that adapts in real time. As they close the distance, a nervous impala lifts its head, its large, dark eyes scanning the horizon. It senses something, a prickle of danger on the wind. The alarm is sounded as sharp. Bark and snort, and the herd explodes into motion. Now, the true genius of the wild dogs is revealed. The chase is on. Kale leads the initial pursuit, his lanky frame eating up the ground. He doesn't focus on the fastest impala. He targets a specific individual, one that the pack has subtly separated from the safety of the herd. The pack communicates with high-pitched, chirping calls a unique, bird-like sound that carries over the plains, keeping them connected even when out of sight. It's their private radio channel, coordinating their movements. The impala, running on pure adrenaline, zigzags desperately. But for every turn it makes, a wild dog is there, ready to head it off. This is a relay race of life and death. As one dog tires, another seamlessly takes its place at the front, maintaining relentless pressure. They are not just running, they are thinking, anticipating the prey's every move, funneling it towards a predetermined path. Their endurance is legendary. They can maintain a speed of over 40 miles per hour for several miles, a feat that wears down even the most resilient prey. Kilometer after kilometer, the chase stretches across the savannah. The impala's powerful leaps become shorter. Its breath comes in ragged gasps. The pack senses this. Rhea, who has been running a wide, strategic arc, now closes. Her timing is perfect. With a final, coordinated surge, the pack surrounds the exhausted animal. The end is swift and efficient, a testament to their skill. There is no malice, only the stark reality of survival. The hunt is over, but the work is not. The pack eats quickly, their social hierarchy ensuring everyone gets a share. But their first priority is not their own hunger. Several dogs, their bellies full, turn back towards the den. They will regurgitate the meat for the waiting pups and the den gardens who stayed behind. In their world, the pack eats first, the individual second. This cooperative care is the very cornerstone of their existence, the secret to raising the next generation in this harsh, competitive world. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, the pack, their hunt complete, melts back into the tall, golden grass. They disappear as silently as they arrived, leaving the savannah to its ancient rhythms. It's easy to see them as ruthless killers, but that's a profound misunderstanding. They are master strategists, a family bound by a code of cooperation that rivals any on Earth. Their lives are a delicate dance of intelligence, endurance, and deep social connection. But this incredible species is also one of the most endangered carnivores in Africa. Their vast territories are shrinking, bringing them into conflict with humans and exposing them to diseases. To watch them is to witness a masterpiece of evolution, a legacy that is perilously close to vanishing forever. The painted wolf is not a monster. It is a marble, a symbol of what can be achieved when a family works as one. The savannah breathes a sigh of relief, for now, but out here, peace is always temporary. The scent of their success has drifted on the wind, and it has not gone unnoticed. Join us next time as the painted wolf pack finds their hard-won territory challenged. On the open plains, a new threat emerges, and they will be forced to confront a rival predator in a battle for supremacy. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and if you're as fascinated by the wild as we are, be sure to subscribe for more journeys into the heart of nature.